All right, Claire, you want research? I've got your research, and it's actually not that difficult to find because it's on dictionary.com. Let's start with this discussion we just had. So I posted a video that said, Hecate is not a demon, and you posted something here that said, technically she is a demon. A demon refers to any being who does not submit to the will of God. Any entity other than angels and God himself is a demon. So I said, under the Christian worldview, yes. Here, though, we don't believe that the Christian worldview is correct. So no, she's not a demon. Okay? That should have been the end of it, because you're not going to come in and bludgeon me into believing your beliefs. I'm done with those beliefs. But then you came back and said, with all due respect, it's the definition of a demon or daemon. Before you classify a being as a demon or not, research. Okay, so we're going to research together. So what we can agree on is that encyclopedias and dictionaries tell us what we, as a society, have agreed on as the definition. So we have an evil spirit or devil, especially one thought to possess a person or act as a tormentor in hell. So Hecate is not an evil spirit. You can see through all of my videos, if you took a few minutes to go through them, that she does not appear that way to myself or others. She does not act as a tormentor in hell. Now, she is seen as a psychopomp, and she ushers people into the underworld. But again, here, in my polytheistic, witchy worldview, there's no such thing as hell as punishment for living here on earth badly or not believing in Jesus or whatever the hell it is that you want to say hell is. So she's actually the opposite of a tormentor in hell. She brings people from, if they're getting stuck on this plane, she ushers them into the afterlife, makes sure that they're safe and cared for. People have seen her in NDEs. People have seen her at near-death experiences. She acts as a psychopomp, and she protects people in the afterlife. So actually, what you're saying here is that she's an angel, because she does the opposite of what a demon does. Okay, so she's not a demon. So yeah, a cruel, evil, or destructive person or thing. She is not cruel or destructive. She helps people, like she has helped me as I've recovered from cancer. She has helped me get out of an abusive relationship. She has helped protect my daughters. And again, these are anecdotes that I'm saying. You can search all across #WitchTalk and find a lot of information about what Hecate has done for other people. Once in a while, she might crash her life, but in the end, it comes to a better spot. So for instance, when I was married to my abusive ex-husband, I prayed to Hecate to get rid of this negative influence in my life so I could move on. And my life felt pretty wrecked for a while. I actually have more of a video on this if you want to check out my Hecate playlist. And in the end, there's much more serenity and peace in my life than there was, 2 years ago, let alone 5 years ago. So now, because you didn't think I was going to let you get away with saying Damon like you know something and then telling me to research like you know what you're talking about, which you don't. Okay, so it is an archaic spelling of demon there at the bottom. So I'm assuming that's not what you mean, because again, as a society, we choose the meanings for words. And so in my worldview, in the metaphysical community, a daemon is actually a divinity or supernatural being of a nature between gods and humans. In a way, you might say that Hecate is a daemon, which is not the second definition, which is an archaic spelling for demon. You might say that she is. I would not, because I think of that person or that being as my holy guardian angel, which is separate from Hecate. Hecate is a spirit guide. She is a third party that comes in and helps me on my behalf and does things that I ask in spells and prayer. Whereas there's a separate entity, belief in ancient Greek, an ancient Greek belief. In the Greek belief system, there is, it's called a daemon or a genius, which is again the word that our genius, there's like this supernatural part of us that will mediate between ourselves and the divine. So it brings down creative sparks, like, you know, a genius. So if you're a sculptor and you're sculpting, you are channeling the divine through your genius, through your daemon, into that sculpture. So I think that we can say that what I said in that video continues to be true. Hecate is not a demon. She's not a malevolent being, and she's not actually a daemon. She's a third-party spirit who is a god who, you know, helps people in their lives. And if you want to come in here and push this bullshit of Christianity and Christian worldview, then I will show you to the door if you can't find it yourself, because I don't put up with that bullshit around here. I'm a polytheist, and you are going to be respectful, and you're going to take your bigotry elsewhere, because I don't have any patience for it. It's funny, I used to have patience for it, like when I started doing these videos a couple of years ago. Now my patience has run out, because it's all the same bullshit. It's all the same rhetoric. It's all the same hateful stuff. This is hateful. Calling my goddess a demon is hateful, and I'm not going to stand for it anymore.